pumpkins, pumpkins, carving pumpkins every Halloween. Our tricks are mean, our treats obscene. We give out the chills and scream. Pumpkins, 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 to demean. Our methods can be.
Was very, very involved in the Pumpkin Festival.
Yeah, that's what I read in his own book.
From the origin. So we're gonna do our show here at Pinkham's, and we can see Mr. Clark is in.
He's got his head up his pumpkin.
He's engaged in his business here.
He's got a knife in his hand, so watch it.
I can show you that the insides of this pumpkin is probably, how much do you think we got here? 60, 70 pounds of stuff.
Pounds easy.
So anyway, we got a seed here. There's a pretty good sized seed here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
and this is the thing that starts all the trouble in town, right here, this seed.
So what I've been hearing is that this is part of the agreement they have with the growers, is to return the seeds, or otherwise they might not get the pumpkin. So
that's what I've heard too.
So the word on the street is 52 pumpkins, Mr. Clark, on Main Street.
We're actually at 53 now.
53 pumpkins on Main Street this year.
5 tonight out of town with a boom truck. Sarah's Cafe, Cod Cove, Newcastle Chrysler, Mexicali Blues at Newcastle Inn tonight.
Really?
And then tomorrow at 3 o'clock or so we'll start loading. We should have all the trailers loaded by then.
Right.
But it's not raining.
Then you distribute them with the forklift to different locations, and this
and the boom truck.
Right. Wow. Biggest pumpkin patch, buddy, you'll ever stand in. Look at this. This is unbelievable. So we got
these ones that are going to be painted.
These are going into town. Yeah, we got Schooner Landing here, Newcastle Public House, Round Top Farms, Boca Beads. So all these pumpkins are going to go in front of these specific stores, and I guess each business is responsible for their artiste paint the way they want to paint. But 53 of these babies on Main Street in front of the world state record.
You'd think it was world. Look at
Let's call it the world. This is the world record pumpkin right here. Edwin Pierpont, Jefferson, Maine. Right, 1471. 1471.
It's got a fantastic color too.
It really does, and he's got some tricky stuff on there to make it shine. Looks great. It's ready for.
I think that's all natural.
Is it? No, really?
Yeah,
this is incredible. But the now Bill said you had double the fruit you expected. They were lined up.
They were halfway to McDonald's.
Yeah.
We had the intersection was clogged up. We had blue lights out here.
How do they do? Bring them in on pickups and then you lift them
Pickups,
up?
trailers. We had one guy show up in Lincoln Continental and had 2 in the trunk and 3 in the back seat.
I know, a Continental's a big job. It couldn't have been that.
Yeah, they just don't make them like they used to.
Yeah.
So what's the, I mean, you must be very, this was your creation, you and Bill, and you must be very proud. I know you're enthusiastic about it, that's not the issue, but the fact that you've created this, I mean, people don't realize the commerce that it creates in the town of Damariscotta is
well, they're getting a little clue now, I think.
Yeah, now they are, because you're talking 10,000 now, right?
10,000 people, you think?
It's like 6 people know 6 people that know 6 people that are coming.
Yeah.
So have no idea what to expect.
You're having a pumpkin chunkin'.
Yeah, the pumpkin chunkin' location has changed just a little. It's shifted over a little bit.
Yeah, just downstream a little bit.
Yeah, and so that'll be on Saturday.
Saturday morning, 9 o'clock, we'll start chunking them in.
Right.
Chunking them off.
And the catapult also will be there?
That's Sunday.
Sunday.
On Saturday, we have a competition. We have the big 10-inch team from Pennsylvania, and they are going to be challenged by a new upstart from New Hampshire, American Chunkers.
Yeah, New England's got to get their name into the chunking business.
That's right.
Yeah.
So they have like they went to the Chunk-Offs World Championship last November, and the American Chunkers did, and they said, well, we can do this. And so they went home and they started fabricating and welding. And
there's an American Chunkers Association?
That's their name, is American Chunkers, but
okay. And there are competitions that go on every weekend in different locations.
Well, no, this is what's so special about this, because they can't not very often you have a chance to go up against the world's champion.
Most of the chunking is done in Delaware, Pennsylvania, that area of the world.
Right.
You know, I talked to one of the crew from Pennsylvania that came in, and I, just kidding around, I said to him, I said, so where do you get your ammunition? And he said that he had a special farm that grew his ammunition.
That's correct.
Thick-skinned pumpkin.
And it's got to be a
special
certain
size.
caliber too, I suppose.
10 inch.
10 inch.
26.5 inches circumference. So we've been checking all the farm stands, trying to find enough ammo to keep them happy.
Right.
Do you have a police car to flatten this year?
Well, maybe.
Okay. Well, this can be arranged.
We have some feelers out there, and there's a chance that maybe a county sheriff car might show up.
I'm sure
But
that a lot of places would be happy to get a new car.
But we do have a 4-door Saab with a 2-door Pinto on top. And we're going to stuff the Pinto into the back seat of the Saab. Maybe slightly enhanced. We have the underwater pumpkin carving. And that's going to return.
Is that in the Damariscotta River?
Yes.
It's kind of cold out there, isn't it?
Well, these are professionals. They know how to handle the cold.
Okay.
What about newcomers with boats? We got any newcomers with boats?
Well, we have Maine Maritime Museum. They picked up their pumpkin here a couple days ago, and they're going to put together a creation. We have 92 Moose coming. They're going to have a boat.
Okay. Yeah. Any celebrity drivers? This being election year, I would think we could get maybe a senator or somebody.
Well, there didn't seem to be anybody wanting to stake their whole candidacy on, the buoyancy of a pumpkin.
Okay. I remember Bill Green tipped over a couple of years ago, as I recall.
That was classic.
Yeah, that was good.
You had to tip over a pumpkin. That was the way to do it.
Yeah, I agree. Well, there's people I'd just as soon see tip over.
A candidate for Senate, if he went over, he could lose thousands of votes. Thousands of votes with that capsize. Well, we're going to go over, we're going to take a walk over in this trailer that was Christian Buhner just delivered.
Yeah, land shakers.
And so anyway, they're going to put 50 pumpkins on there?
Well, not that
try
one.
to get as many as you can.
That's just one of many trailers that we'll be assembling to make the grand entrance into Damariscotta tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow afternoon,
evening about 4.
Is there going to be a little parade down Main Street?
Well, it kind of looks that way. If you get 50 pumpkins into town,
they'll tie it up a little bit.
They'll make their parade of their own.
I think.
He's Josh Pinkham, in charge of transportation.
Right.
I think he said he had 8 or 9 trailers lined up.
So we're going to have trailers coming into Damariscotta full of pumpkins to be distributed at 52 different locations, but Bill said 53.
Same litter of seeds. Produced one that was completely orange and then one that's completely white almost.
Very strange.
So this baby here is going to go in front of Rennie's, right?
Yeah.
If everything goes right.
Yeah.
Boy. This is just such a...
This was, I think, 1190 or something.
Yeah,
like
this is a little guy. 1190. Yeah.
But it's pretty because of the way it's
almost like you
sculpted there.
put it together.
Yeah. The budget has a political statement.
Well, there's so much been said about the economy, the stimulus money, but I
Does this
say...
come from TARP funds?
Well, no, it didn't. And that's the point. See, we don't need stimulus money. We just need more pumpkins. We get enough pumpkins in Damariscotta, and everything's just going to be okay.
All right. Yeah.
Pumpkin stimulus.
Pumpkin stimulus.
Are you going to make
Fish, they got pumpkin soup. They got chowder. We got a band from Waldeboro, Rusty Hinges. Melissa Glendenning from the Fairy Tale Puppets of South Bristol. She's got her own alewife. She's got her own alewife show. And you can walk from where the pumpkin chunking's being held over to the fish ladder, have some soup, pumpkin soup, whatever. And
what
nice
about
day.
your fish eye?
Fish eye pudding is back.
That's going to
by
be
popular
there too?
demand. That'll be there. We mixed up a batch. I think it's better than last year's batch.
We have a special pumpkin ice cream too. That 9 inch in action last
This is
year.
up the DRA, right?
No, this was up on Bryant Farm, up at the corner of Belvedere and Bayview.
Oh, okay.
And that way up, you can see a little pumpkin right there, and there's the condensation
There's
coming.
speck there.
A little speck. They used Moxie in this case to anoint the pumpkin going on its trip, and that was the best shot of the day.
Shot of the day. There we go. This is the world's largest paintball, right, Buzz?
Well, that's a 10-pound pumpkin at 500 miles an hour in Dick Store's old town car.
Right. So anyway, talk about it. Al Trescott, a very respected photographer in town, took this photo, and boy, that's something else. So if you've never seen the pumpkin chunking, this is the type of thing you're going to see right here. How fast are those pumpkins? They figure out
500 miles an hour.
500 miles an hour. So Buzzy and I were just talking a little bit, and we're thinking something about maybe a pumpkin seed auction, right? Well, I think people would come from all across the state to get some of these seeds, right? So we'll have to talk about that later. And
what about those bottles in there?
That was the weight of the pumpkin.
Yeah.
Usually have the date on it.
Yeah.
I think that's on here somewhere. That was 08. Pinkham 52208.
Yeah.
So the grower, the weight, the year, then the cross was a 199 by a 998. Well, people in the know what that is. A grower will do. They usually put a picture of their pumpkin on there, and they got their weight and all the genetics are on here, and they'll make up a bunch of these, and then somebody that requests a seed from them. You send a self-addressed bubble pack to the grower, and they'll stuff their seeds in, and that's how somebody can get started.
And this is all gratis? Nobody charges anything?
That's right.
It's
try to keep the hobby pure.
Yeah, exactly. I like that.
Okay, so these were just freshly washed, right? It's time consuming, right? Pulling all these seeds out of this wheelbarrow, right? So this is the one that Bill just got it out there, right? So,
Yeah, I think you're right.
wow.
Now they'll go into the heat chamber.
No, these are going into the pumpkin seed auction.
Well, but they got to go in
Buzzy
the
and I
heat
just
chamber.
thought of.
They got to go in the heat chamber first to dry.
Oh.
Yeah.
So.
Boy, I think one of these seeds will probably bring $300 right here. It's about $100,000 right here.
Yeah, I told you, we didn't need any stimulus money, we just need more pumpkins.
We grow, we hope, we spit, we're fall, we're rotten, everyone. It just begun to see your soul undone. Pumpkins, pitched by bumpkins, we will never sell. We yell, scared lion hell. We've grown to give you hell. What is that awful smell? We know, but we won't tell. Pumpkins, things get pumpkins in the